is the Study Prep Guys Chill Zone. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, and let's start. This will be a basic class on the basic introductory terms in a way. And we'll not just look at it, we'll be applying those terms and working past papers. So let's start. So let's look at some very basic terms. I cannot cover everything in this video, but we will make a playlist on every term that you need to know. So look at the introduction of terms. So the first term that I would like to look at for our first class officially is logistics. And what exactly are logistics? Logistics is the detailed organization and implementation of a complex operation. Logistics refers to the time that you spend calculating the profit to loss ratio. You might want to know how much stocks you have. You might want to know how many more stocks do you need, how and all of these things. That's what logistics basically is. It's a complex inner working of an organization. It's basically those things that goes on behind the scenes that we don't usually see. So if you have that in mind, we usually see logistics in every business. As a matter of fact, we have an accountant who who tallies the amount of money we make. Essentially, that's logistics. Logistics is just very basic. It is the complex inner workings of the organization. So that's everything for logistics. Now let's look at the question for CSEC 2018 May June. So it says here, this is a question on May June for 2018 for CSEC, principle of business, and this could be in the case of OA, office administration also. So the question asks, what are two factors that can affect the supply of labor in a business? The first factor is logistics. And why you might ask? Because you usually have to give an explanation at the end of these things. Just saying logistics is not enough. Since logistics assist in the efficiency of the business, and thus without it, the business will be unable to function properly. Logistics help the business to be efficient. And if we don't have logistics in place, the business will be less efficient because we won't know how many profits we are making, how many stocks we have, and if we have to restock. We won't be able to answer these basic questions. Logistics is of the utmost importance. And secondly, we have the type of business. The type of business, such as sole trader, private and public limited business, etc. The size of the business, depending on the sizability of the business, you will be able to employ a certain amount of people. Obviously, if you're a small business, you won't be able to supply a lot of workers. You won't be able to supply a lot of labor. So that's basic. So the bigger the business, the more amount of workers that you could have. The smaller the business, the less amount of workers you could have. Now let's move on to the factors of production. We'll be looking at three major factors of production in this class: land, labor, and capital. And we'll also be looking at the rewards for the factors of production. Now let's take a look at the first factor of production, which is land. And you might be asking, what is the factor of production? The factors of production are those things that are needed in order for production to take place, essentially. And we have majorly around three. We're looking at the three main factor of production: land. So let's look at land to begin with. This includes the natural land of the area, such as tree, waterways, etc. This just refers to the physical aspect of areas since land is unchangeable. Land just refers to, matter of fact, land. It's this is very much self-explanatory. We see land everywhere. We go on the streets. We walk on land. We everywhere is land, and land is permanent. We can't change land. When we are dead, land will still be here, regardless of how we feel. And since land is permanent and we have land for a period of time, we consider the fact of reward for land to be rent, because rent meaning that you have it temporarily. And obviously, time will go and you will die and somebody else will use the land. So the factor reward for land is rent, since it is permanent and it will be far longer here than we will ever be. So let's look at labor now. Labor just refers to the skills of persons and talents of individuals. It just refers to their ability to contribute to the production process. And if you work, you will have a job, you will be rewarded wages. Moving on, the third factor of production is capital, right? It's capital. And we take a close right here. We'll answer the questions in a later video. So this refers to equipment utilized in the production process, such as machinery, equipment, etc. And with an example here, you could see that the guy here is utilizing his machinery in order to make products and to make stuff. That is what the production process is about, producing. And if you could look in the image, you see that he's standing on land and we have labor and he's utilizing capital. He's utilizing machinery, he's utilizing land, and he's utilizing the knowledge that he has acquired after years of hard work in educative institutions. So the three factors of production is being utilized in the image there. And from that, it is everything. For now, subscribe, hit notification bell, everyone, and see